All right, welcome back, guys. So, as you guys may have already known, I created a prompt engineering training that shows you how to use Python programming, simple Python programming, and just basic English text to have ChatGPT's models build you anything you want. I'm showing you how to build sports betting algorithms. I'm showing you how to build um, trading scripts from that. And I'm showing you how to build your own chatbots that can answer your own specific questions. So it completely unlocks the power of ChatGPT with, again, simple Python programming and literally just simple English. And so you learn that all in this training here, which you can sign up for in the link in the bio. Now, I'm now moving into level 2 of this training, and that is where I'm actually building out an entire quantitative research business, having multiple models come together. First, before they even come together, I have them emulating the greatest quant traders in the history, like Andrew Ng, Nate Silver. I actually had a few others here too, and I'm probably going to build them out here as well too. They emulate the way they think and process strategies. They're going to go on the internet, find a bunch of different strategies, communicate those strategies to each other, um, back test them, build them out, and return to me all of the results that I will then package and sell. So I have a bunch of AIs, ChatGPT models, just literally emulating the greatest traders, greatest hedge fund owners, and building a business around the information that they're processing and pulling together through communication to each other without me actually being involved, completely autonomous. So this is level 2. This is some real crazy shit. So that's going to be part 2 of the prompt engineering training. I'll show you how to do that. It's freaking crazy, and I'll keep you guys updated on that as well too. But since we're going to level 2, I decided that let's kind of scale it back and let's create like a simple video showing you guys how this works. Well, not that level. I'm going to show you guys a basic way of using prompt engineering. This is a way to kind of get your feet wet into it. But again, if you want to learn really how to use it, you sign up for the course, which will be linked below. But I'm just going to give you guys this as a little taste of what you can do. All right. So first thing you're going to need to do, go to openai.com. You're going to go to sign up. And when you go to sign up, the sign up is going to ask you for ChatGPT DALL-E or API. Actually, I can show you. Hopefully, I can show you. Yes, ChatGPT, DALL-E, or API. You go into API. All right. That's where you need to go. All right. And once you get there, you're going to be set up here. You're going to have all your information here. And then you can kind of go into the documentation and kind of play with the API, as well as check your usage. So check my usage. As you can see, I'm used over $6 already, and that's because I'm running those multiple models, having the conversation together and building the quant research business. So that's the reason why my usage has went up significantly, but it's 100% worth it because this project is fucking sick. All right. So yeah, you can always keep an eye on your usage. I highly suggest it. And you can also go to your API keys, which I'm not going to show here because I'm using it for that project. I'm using it for a bunch of projects, so I can't have you guys see it. All right. Once you have all that together, now let's get into setting up your system. So first thing you need to do is pip install OpenAI. I already have this, so I don't need to do this, but you would do this if you didn't have it. And then I have OS and variable here because I actually have my API keys already set inside of this notebook. So I just don't want to show it. So that's why I use the OS. You don't need to if you don't want to. And then you just import OpenAI here as well. Okay, I already have my OS environment there. All right, now next thing we need to do is we need to set our OpenAI key. So we would do OpenAI dot API underscore key. And this is where in quotation marks, sorry, I got an equal, you would put your API key there. Now, since I already have an OS and value, environment value to it, I have it called, what do I have it called again? have it called API. So I'll have to use os dot env tab environ. And this is just for me because I set up an environment variable with the API key, just because I don't want to share it here. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Let's run this. All right, so we are good. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to use in this video, we're going to use the Text DaVinci model in OpenAI. They have a bunch of other models here. Go to the documentation to see them there. But again, if you want to learn more in depth on how to use them, which is the ones, we're not using this ones in the training, but I show you guys a little bit about these ones. These are one of the early models that OpenAI created. And they do some simple things, but it's pretty good to kind of get your feet wet with this. But if you want to see the bigger models, the Chat GPT-4s and the GPT 3.5 turbos, then definitely sign up for the training. But these ones are good for just kind of getting your feet wet. All right. So now we're going to use the OpenAI dot completion, which if you again, sorry, I'm trying to move this Zoom thing out of here. Chat completion, actually it's text completion. This is kind of how you use it. I'm trying to figure out where was that. Let me go back to models. Okay, where is it? Here, completions. There we go. There we go. Here it is. Here is the completions. That's the call for it. So you can do tab. And tab. Oh, wait. Tab completion. Because it was a capital. I'm like, wait, why is this not going? And then you do create, you tab, create. All right, and then this is when you specify the model you're going to use. So again, let's go back to models here. Where is it? We're going to be using this Text DaVinci 3. Model equals Text DaVinci 3. This is where we set the prompt. This equals, and we'll set the prompt there. Okay, I didn't even put a comment here. That's freaking crazy. I'm about to leave that thing wide open. And max tokens, just so that we kind of keep it, we don't use too much of our API calls. All right. So yeah, let's do that. And then what should we do next? Status in design, budget, summer, Stanford. Yeah, it's just giving something. So we know it's running. But one thing we want to do, because we don't want to have to call this all again, we're going to call this GPT response. We're going to set that equal to this. And then let's just tab this over. This one, because again, I don't want to have to call this line of code all over again. So I'm just going to put it into this variable so I can just reference all of this code by just calling this. It's just a lot simpler. Now let's give it a prompt. Let's give it a very simple prompt. When was Rome destroyed? Destroyed. All right, let's run that. Okay, it was saved within this variable. So let's copy this. Let's run this. All right. The city of Rome was sacked. Here's the text. The city of Rome was sacked by the Visigoths in 410 AD. Interesting. Very simple. But one thing I want to show you guys here is that the output that we need is going to be in this text column right there. So we actually need to slice through this. It's going to be a response, but it's like kind of it's an AI object. Well, it's an OpenAI object, but it's kind of formatted in like a dictionary JSON way. So we're gonna have to slice through this a little bit. All right. So let's get to slicing a little bit because we want to just get to this text value, which is the output that we need. All right. Because this is important because then we're going to build a simple function to kind of play with that. All right. So first thing we need to do is going to be its choices. It's in choices. So let's slice it with choices. Now, if you don't know how to do this, this is like slicing with Python. You learn this. I actually showed this in the training. So take the training if you don't understand how to do it. But this is like slicing through lists and slicing through most data structures in Python. It's very basic. So I would go to any learning platform that you're learning Python on and just kind of refresh yourself on this. If not, just again sign up for the training. I show you how to do this. All right. Let's run this. Boom. All right. So we got to the first thing. Now we need to get to this text element. Oh, so now, yes, now it's a JSON object. I'm curious, what was it? What did it say before? Let me go back to that. Oh, so it is all JSON. Okay. Okay. So I was right. I just wanted to make sure because I'm like, it kind of was formatted in a weird way. Sometimes a lot of these API calls are formatted in a weird way. So I'm like, I know it was JSON. So just, it says JSON right there. So cool. So we know it's JSON. All right. Now, this is still wrapped within a JSON object. So we can't just directly put, index and slice it like we did here with text. So we need to index it out, the first object, which is, if you don't know in programming, the first we use 0 to reference first. So 0 stands for 1, 1 stands for 2, 2 stands for 3, so on and so forth. All right. So when we're talking about the first element, if we're trying to slice into something that's in the first place, we always use 0. It always starts with 0 in programming. All right. So let's run this. All right. So we got into the object. Cool. So let me show you what it looks like before if you missed that. All right. See, it was actually within these brackets here. We need to kind of get into that. So let's put 0. And you see though they're gone now. So now we've gotten into the object. And now we can then call text now. Let's run that. And boom, we got the text. This is the response. All right. All right. Now let's kick this up a notch. Let's create a simple function. All right. So to create a simple function, you put def. Well, I'll keep it GTP response. Yeah, might as well keep it at that, right? Or should I give it something else? Should I call it something else? Let's call it. Let's call it. Let's call it GPT model. And we're going to put prompt. Prompt is going to be what we're going to put as a parameter because we're going to write it in ourselves, and that way it can spit out a prompt for us. All right. And simply we can just copy this inside and put it inside of this. And from there we're just going to return, and we will turn this. This way it's just like the text itself. All right. But you see where it says prompt, we're going to put in the prompt object that we're going to manually put in ourselves. All right. So let's run this. Now let's call this function. And let's give it a prompt. How to learn Python. And these are just simple prompts. So prompts can get into more in depth. I'm trying to keep it very, very simple for this example. Because the text DaVinci model, it's a very simple model. So I just want to kind of keep it simple. Can do any language task with quality, longer output, and consistency. Boom, there we go. Get a good learning book on Python, blah, blah, blah. Let's see how far we can push it. Prompts are just clear English instruction. So just try to figure out a simple way to ask it something you wanted to do. How to learn how to build a MQL5 trading bot that I'm gonna try to push it. Let's see, because again, I don't use this model because this model I use the more advanced models, but I want to see how far this model can go. I'm gonna ask it a kind of decently instructed prompt. How to build a MQL5 trading bot that will double my money in 1 year. Let's see if we can actually do that. Additionally, you can kind of get more crafty responses. The answer to this question depends heavily on your trading experience and skill. The most basic MQL5 trading bot consists of simple automated trading system, which algorithms, blah, blah, blah. That's pretty interesting. So the key to really good prompts is just being very detailed in your response. Again, I don't really use this model, so I'm trying to see, like, I'm not trying to like go have it go crazy. Let's create a simple one. What's a simple prompt you can do? Build me a Python learning. Well, build me a algo trading learning plan, consisting of 1 week. Well, consisting learning plan for 1 week. So I will master algo trading. So I could master algo trading. You know, it's pretty good. Yeah, for 1 week. All right, see, day one, familiarize yourself with Lego trading, learn the advantage and disadvantage of. So you see what I mean? Like it's pretty good. I want you guys to play with this from here. I don't want to make this out too long because again, prompt is just all clear instruction. Like you see, these prompts are just clear wording. Get more specific if you want us to do more things, like more different things. I just want to show you guys a little simple introduction to it. So you guys see how it works with a very simple model like this. Now you can go through the documentation and kind of work with the other models like GPT 3.5 Turbo, which is the one that I use heavily a lot more. GPT-4, in order to get access to this, you have to click here to join the waitlist and sign up for the waitlist. But I don't recommend it because GPT-4 is actually pretty expensive. So if you don't know what you're doing and you're testing this out, it's not going to burn a lot of money, but be prepared to, you're going to be spending a couple bucks every day. GPT 3.5 is perfect. It's really cheap, easy to kind of run. But again, if you understand how to use that a little bit more, sign up for my training here. And also be mindful, once you sign up for this first one here, go to the second page. That's where you sign up for the ChatGPT Prompt Engineering Level 2, where I'll show you how to build this crap, which is freaking crazy. If you want to build an autonomous AI-based business or have models just do some crazy stuff online without you being involved, this is next level prompt engineering. This is not the future. This is the present of AI, and you get to control it specifically off of just simple instructions. Like right here was asking me for my input. That's simply where I put my prompts in. But this is crazy. I have it emulating the best quant trading fund owners, and they're communicating together and building off each other's inputs and output. It's freaking ridiculous. So if you guys want to learn, again, sign up for the ChatGPT prompt engineering training link below. Go to the next page, and that's where you're going to be able to sign in for prompt engineering level 2, which is going to be launching next Friday. So see you guys there. Hopefully you guys learn a lot. Make sure you play around with this a little bit more. Once you guys sign up, I'll see you guys in the training. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.